All right, well, my name is Richie Hoagland,
Shay Ringgold.
and we are Ralph VR. We are connecting people through unforgettable adventures. Our first game is called Daydream Blue. It is a VR game that's available on the Samsung Gear VR headset and the Oculus Rift. The game is about you and your own personal lake where you can play mini games, you can craft items, you have a pet robot, and you can connect with your friends online. You can imagine, like, no matter what time of day or the weather outside, you always have a nice place to go by your own personal lake. It's kind of a magical world full of whimsy and playfulness. You can craft a beach ball by cooking a coconut, and you can play fetch with your pet robot. You can play a game of golf actually on the horizon in front of you. So for us, it's the idea of relaxation, of decompressing after a day of work, touching base with your friends, smiling, having a good time. Trying to bring positive qualities into an entertaining experience as well. So our games are bright, they're kind of playful and approachable. There's a lot of open air, bright colors, trees, mountains, rocks, pet robots and stuff. Yeah, so Ralph VR's story, it began with us spending a month developing a prototype for a virtual reality game that became Daydream Blue. We got into an incubator in San Mateo, California, where we spent 3 months developing the company, learning about the business, and making connections in the industry. After the incubator, we actually came back to Lexington for about a month, then went to Thailand for 2 months, worked in Thailand, ended up getting a mentor from the AAA game industry there, talked about what we wanted to be as a studio, and then the past few months we've been in Lexington continuing to work on our game, working with contractors to build Daydream Blue out to its finished product, and building a studio. Well, I think there's 2 things that set us apart. One is multiplayer. There's only a few of us right now really building a lot of multiplayer features into our games. I think the amount of tools that we're building around multiplayer sets us apart with most likely everybody else. There's maybe just a few studios in the world right now that have the amount of tools at their disposal as we do in terms of what we'll be building the next few years into all of the games that we make in terms of our multiplayer and social features. I actually think that Lexington and places like Lexington, or Lexington in general, can really actually leverage that and start pulling talent into its own area. And so we like the community here. We like, I'm from here. We really like the cost of living here. It's also a nice size city, I think, that there's a lot of variety, opportunity offered. Kentucky Innovation Network has provided a lot of assistance for us. Most notably, this year we were accepted in the PAX East Indie Mega Booth. It's a very prestigious event at the PAX East Consumer Expo. It brings in 70,000 people. Being part of the Indie Mega Booth essentially gets you into a network of video game developers across the world. We were on a panel for virtual reality that got us exposure to press and industry leaders. We're now in an alumni network that has us constantly having exposure to other game studios all across the world. And this was too expensive for us to do on our own with the revenue that we had as a startup company. But through the Kentucky Innovation Network, we had some funding to help us get the booth, drive up to Boston, and do that event, which is huge for an early company because that network is what I think really allows you to start to figure out where's your place as a business, and how are you going to find your model, and then start bringing in the people necessary to execute on it.